At a recent stay at the lodge at Brainerd Lakes, our out-and-about crew ventured out about 6 miles to the east and stumbled across a most unusual place. A place called This Old Farm. A farm that's been around forever, or at least it seems like forever. A place that speaks to you from the past. A farm that has everything, and I mean everything. Is it a graveyard of relics? A version of Sanford and Son? Might be a combination of both.
This big full of...
Maybe it's just the lifetime story of Dick Rademacher.
I was about the best of everything at that time.
Oh, man.
Dick Rademacher is one of those folks who's well, he's a save-a-maniac. That's what he is. His entire life, Dick has saved everything, couldn't throw anything away. And today his junk has turned into antiques.
Unfortunately, I have a whole pasture full of antique items out here that could be made into something or restored to some extent. And unfortunately, I probably won't live long enough to see it all.
But you could live to be 300 years old and you would never do all the things you want to do.
That's one of my hang-ups,
yeah.
I guess.
You're hoping you live till you're 300, though, I guess.
Well, even if I get somewhere as close to 100 would help.
Some friends affectionately refer to Dick as the pack rat. Why, he finally had to bring in more buildings just to store his stash. And yes, they were old buildings. He's now turned into an old western town complete with Dick's Bar, where the beer is warm and the food is cold, so come on in.
Boy, do I love this western-style town you have set up here. It's almost like you are out west. Where'd you get all these buildings?
Well, they come from the neighborhood, like everything else I got here. 2 outside buildings here. The saloon and the doctor and dentist's office come from motel units downtown Brainerd. We get down a little further, the log cabin come from just 1.5 miles up the road here.
It's amazing what you can run across in some of these old stores, including an old book that I thought was Gone with the Wind.
And look at this. I didn't know Clark Gable had his own paper doll book. Apparently a lot of things we didn't know about Clark.
Dick found an old water truck that dates back to the turn of the century.
Man, look at these old gems.
He also kept an old truck he played with as a boy.
And I liked it so much that I pulled it behind my bicycle with a twine string, of course.
Oh, I see that thing tumbling around a few times.
Yeah, so it tipped over a few times and the stuff all fell out. Got kind of scratched up, but...
Today, Dick returns to his childhood as he invites school kids from all over the area to visit his old farm. They feast their eyes on the unusual. Fire trucks, old cars, old outboard motors, giant fishing lures. Yikes! Chucky's little sister. Now what's he gonna do with Paul Bunyan's pants he has hanging from the rafters? And where else can they find a 4-way mousetrap?
You ever seen a mousetrap like that?
Oh, they're so excited. They're excited. They like to come out here. They're pointing to things and saying, my uncle has this, my aunt has this, my grandma and grandpa have this. They're loving the automobiles, the fire trucks, the cars. I think those are their favorites.
Unbelievable the stuff you have in here. Joel Lewis's boxing gloves.
Well, I don't know if they're exactly Joe Lewis's, but...
Well, Jack Dempsey then.
That'll work.
2 longs, that's us. This old farm, RJ. Yeah, he's here. Dick, collect call for you, line 2. He says call him back on his cell phone.
And to visit this old farm located 6 miles east of Brainerd, I think you better plan on using the better part of a day if you plan on seeing the whole thing. And if you think for a minute it's easy keeping up with Dick Rademacher, take it from his wife Marion, it ain't easy.
I can't keep up with him. I'm out here like in the morning. I better get the pickup in the trailer because I have to go pick up something. Well, when did you get that? Oh, I bought that a week ago or so, you know. Didn't I tell you about it? No.
And how do you react to all of this?
You just go along with the flow.
What is your intent for people who come here? What do you want them to experience?
I guess just the satisfaction of them saying that we're glad somebody hung on to some of this stuff to show what it's about. And I guess that's worth a whole lot to me.
Worth a kiss, I'd say. Keep Keep up the good work, Dick. We pack rats have to stick together.
Racing for 50 large in the Claiming Crown Express.
We hear a lot about pampered athletes